ครองแผ่นดินโดยธรรมเพื่อประโยชน์สุขแห่งมหาชนชาวสยาม
Let all Thai people celebrate the auspicious occasion on the 70th anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne.
Let all Thai people celebrate the auspicious occasion on the 70th anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne.
Swadika, thank you for joining us on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT Radio Thailand FM 88 and also on NBT World. It's June 7th of 2016 and you're with me, Sandra Hanutsaha. We'll begin with the segment Thailand Moves Forward, and in our first story, the government has made human trafficking a national agenda to mark Human Trafficking Prevention and Suppression Day. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha stated in a speech entitled Civil State Cooperation Against Human Trafficking, which he gave on the occasion of Human Trafficking Prevention and Suppression Day, that his government has considered human trafficking a national agenda since April 3rd of 2013. He acknowledged the need to protect human rights and suppress crimes that violate those rights. The Prime Minister pointed out that the 2016 Human Trafficking Crimes Trial Act was enacted to empower the state to better deal with such matters. He claimed that the act defends against corruption and puts in place more blocks against state officials being involved in human trafficking. The Premier reported that since 2013, a total 34 government officials have been arrested for involvement in the trafficking of persons. Additional safeguards have been put in place, such as the registration of panhandlers. The Prime Minister stated that the issue of human trafficking at present in every country and requires the cooperation of all nations to end, adding that eliminating poverty and inequality are also crucial to this goal. He stated all sectors must work together to ensure that anti-human trafficking laws are enforced, calling for state officials to take extra care not to support such crimes. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has encouraged people to help preserve natural resources and wildlife on the occasion of World Environment Day. According to government spokesperson Major General Sansan Kao Kamnert, General Prayut wants Thais to focus on restoring forest areas, conserving water, and protecting wildlife. People living in the city have been encouraged to care for trees in public spaces. The Prime Minister has tasked relevant agencies with the care and maintenance of these trees. The Premier will also support legislation to protect more trees. People are encouraged to report to their local Damrong Tham Center if they witness illegal logging. The government has invited Thai people to celebrate His Majesty the King's 70th anniversary of his accession to the throne on June 9th and Her Majesty the Queen's 7th cycle anniversary on August 12th. Prime Minister's Office Permanent Secretary Ek Angsananon disclosed that 2 ceremonies will be held, including an almsgiving activity for 770 newly ordained monks, that is, at 7:39 a.m., and a blessing and chanting ceremony by religious leaders at 9:09 a.m. In addition, the government has organized several activities, such as a Yang Prabhat Thi Yatra exhibition in 5 regions across the country. The exhibition will promote His Majesty the King's royal works and duties over the past 7 decades. The Thai people are invited to display the royal ceremonial emblems at their homes and offices throughout 2016. The Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives is poised to organize a nationwide reforestation campaign as a tribute to Their Majesties the King and Queen, beginning in the lower north of Thailand. Agriculture and Cooperatives Minister General Chathai Sarikanya revealed that his ministry has initiated a project entitled 9 Weeks to the Auspicious Day to restore and rehabilitate forests across the country. Scheduled to run from June 12th to September 30th this year, the campaign will honor His Majesty the King's 70th anniversary of his accession to the throne on June 9th and Her Majesty the Queen's 7th cycle birthday anniversary on August 12th. Initially, 700 saplings of 7 tree species will be planted on June 12th in the area of Klong Lamgong Reservoir in Nong Pai district of Phetchabun province, which is located upstream of the Ba Sak River. On June 13th, officials will conduct aerial operations to disperse 1.7 million seeds of 10 different plant species over Khao Khaw and Nam Nao National Parks. The operation is expected to help restore up to 80% of forests in the areas. The minister attached to the Prime Minister's office has chaired a meeting of the Committee for Protecting the Institution of the Monarchy. Minister attached to the Prime Minister's office, Mamluang Panatda Disokun, has chaired the first gathering of the Committee for the Prosecution and Prevention of Crimes Against the Monarchy, which was attended by representatives from relevant ministries. The meeting acknowledged all members of the committee and their recent work. Mamluang Panatda received reports from ministerial representatives who were tasked with submitting a monthly briefing to his office. The committee recently opened the hotline 1765, along with a website and Facebook page managed by the Ministry of Culture, to allow people to report crimes against the monarchy. The Ministry of Justice has been tasked with handling cases taken on by the committee, as well as with promoting the understanding of its work and the institution of the monarch. The National Reform Steering Assembly, or NRSA, has reviewed a report on revamping state organizations for greater efficacy. The most recent meeting of the NRSA heard a report from its Committee on State Administration Reform. The report recommended adjustment to the responsibilities and authority of central, regional, and local administrations for greater clarity and efficacy of work. It suggested a quote-unquote road system be applied to the organizations, with certain offices becoming main roads and others serving as side or tributary roads. It called for relations between related offices such as the Department of Highways and Department of Rural Roads to be made clearer to ensure a lack of redundancy or duplication. The NRSA sitting pushed for further study on the matter, saying its suggestions require thorough consideration and clarity of purpose to ensure the best results for the public. The Office of the Ombudsman has petitioned the Constitutional Court to rule if the Public Referendum Act violates the interim charter. The Office of the Ombudsman has assigned the Director of Investigation Bureau 3, Prida Wetya Wong, and a legal representative to file a petition with the Constitutional Court. The petition calls for a ruling on whether part of Section 61 of the Public Referendum Act violates the 2014 interim Constitution. First Vice President of the National Legislative Assembly, Surachai Liengbunlechai, has said that a subsequent review must await the court's ruling. He added that it is the responsibility of every Thai to ensure transparency in the upcoming referendum. Regarding the Anti-Corruption Center recently set up by the United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has urged all involved not to violate the Public Referendum Act. He noted that the new center is not a legally recognized institution. The Mass Rapid Transit Authority of Thailand, or MRTA, has revealed that the construction of 3 elevated mass transit train lines, namely the orange, pink, and yellow lines, have made significant progress. MRTA Deputy Governor Thiraphant Tejasirinukoon revealed that the Ministry of Finance is now in the process of acquiring loans for the construction of the 21-kilometer Orange Line, which will stretch from the Cultural Center to Minburi District. The Orange Line will cost a total of 110 billion baht. The ministry is considering financial institutions both in and outside of the country. Meanwhile, an investment plan is almost complete for the Pink Line, which will run a total distance of 34.5 kilometers from Karai intersection to Minburi, as well as the 29.3-kilometer Yellow Line stretching from La Prao to Samrong. Mr. Thiraphant added that a legal team is currently reviewing the terms and conditions for concessions of the pink and yellow lines, which will cost the MRTA more than 100 billion baht to complete. A concession bidding process is expected to be held no later than this month for private companies interested in the construction projects. The Ministry of Tourism and Sports has organized a fair at the government's Klong Parungkrung Kasem floating market under the theme Happy Traveling, Healthy Sports, Advancing the Economy with Civil-State Cooperation.
Tourism and Sports Minister Gopkan Watanawarangpool said that the ministry's market fair is being held in conformity with the Prime Minister's policy to help local merchants to find additional sales channels. The market not only enables communities to present products of folk wisdom, but allows visitors to buy tour packages, community-made products, and sports goods at fair prices.
We are bringing in the best of tourism and sports for everyone to enjoy. In terms of tourism, the first zone of tourism, we bring in the genuine art, culture, handicraft, food, and whatnot of every region. About 2 regions per week. For example, first week will be the northern part and the eastern part or northeastern part of Thailand. The second week will be the eastern part and western part of Thailand. And the third week is the southern part and Bangkok area. So you will find not only the product, the great authentic handicraft product of the village, of the villagers and the communities, but also they are here in person to demonstrate how to do many of their products. And so people can have the hands-on experience and appreciate and buy the product by themselves. But for the sport side, we are also bringing in sport facilities to sell in a very special price. Also, we are introducing bike lane that our ministry has initiated. Also, we are teaching the exercise that people can follow by themselves at home.
Other fair activities include an exercise demonstration using locally made products such as pa khao ma or a loincloth, weekly price drawings, and an exhibition of quality, affordable products from across Thailand. The event opens daily from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. along Klong Padung Kung Kasem near the government house. The public is encouraged to visit the market fair to support local goods and activities, which will in turn support the local economy. And the fair ends on June 24th. I'm Niranut Traijakwanit reporting.
Thank you to Kuninaru for that report. And the Ministry of Culture has released a sequel to its short film, Love en Route, highlighting the uniqueness of Thai culture and tourism destinations. Love en Route 2 was produced through a collaboration between the Ministry and the National Federation of Motion Pictures and Contents Associations. The film is meant to foster a good image of Thailand and increase the number of foreign tourists. According to Deputy Permanent Secretary for Culture, Wimonlak Chutat, the latest short film has a length of 7 minutes and builds upon a story of a foreign man and a Thai woman who fall in love with each other while traveling around the country together. The film introduces viewers to the Thai way of life, culture, food, as well as tourism destinations, including Yawarat or Bangkok's Chinatown, Wat Phú Minh in Nan Province, and Got Li Pe in Satun Province. The short film is now available for viewing on the Culture Ministry's website, which is worldwideweb.m-culture.go.th, as well as YouTube and other online channels. The ministry also plans to shoot Love en Route 3, which will revolve around the Thai people's loyalty to the monarchy and royal initiatives of His Majesty the King. And with that, we wrap up today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. We'll have our ASEAN News segment next, and we bring you a special report on Wat Phú in Laos. But first, we'll have a look at the exchange rates and the commodity prices.
Don't trust anyone who says, "Trust me." Who's ever earned your trust? I have a friend. He's Thai. He leads a simple life. He finds joy in simple pleasures. He's sincere. He takes to heart the Buddhism belief of using reason and doing good. He follows the King's sufficiency economy theory that advises self-reliance, living without greed and being content with what you have. He shares with others. He takes care of his foreign friends like they're part of his family, and when he's upset, he compromises. He smiles even when faced with obstacles. If you're looking for a friend, what kind of friend would you like? A friend who's ready to lend a hand, a friend that you can be yourself, a friend who smiles at you with sincerity. Trust me, trust Thailand.
The drought often hits. Here comes the flood. Since nature has changed, but if we understand, smart irrigation can solve. Smart irrigation for food security. Zero hunger. See you there.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. In our ASEAN news, rich history, culture, and spirituality can be found at the most famous Khmer temple in southern Laos. Inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Wat Phu and its associated ancient settlements existed long before Cambodia's Angkor Wat. And we join our correspondent Kun Pimchanok Ratanapised to explore Wat Phu within the Champasak cultural landscape.
Once a great Hindu spiritual complex of the Khmer Empire, Wat Phu, located on the west bank of Mekong River in Champasak district of southern Laos, nestles at the foot of the Linkha Parawata mountain, on the peak of which is the natural stone Linkha, the emblem of the god Shiva. As the time passed by, Wat Phu became a monastery for Theravada Buddhist practice and remains a local center of worship to this day.
Visitors who love art and history shouldn't miss Wat Phu, a World Heritage Site declared by UNESCO in 2002. Inside, there is natural spring where people like to come and drink holy water for good luck.
We venture on the stone pavement and walk up the stairs to the main sanctuary where people pay homage to the Buddha images. Behind the sanctuary is the spring where sacred water naturally flows through the rock at the bottom of the cliff. People fill up a bottle with holy water to bring back home. Covering 39,000 hectares, Wat Phu and ancient settlements within the Champasak cultural landscape were selected as a World Heritage based on 3 UNESCO's criteria. First, the temple complex bears Khmer civilization, one of the earliest known urban settlements in Southeast Asia, where the ancient kingdom flourished during the 14th to 15th centuries. Second, the religious complex displayed the outstanding Khmer architecture containing civil works and artifacts more than 8,000 years ago. Third, Wat Phu reflects Hindu belief of people in the past whose faith is connected with nature from the mountaintop to the river underneath.
People have faith and pay respect to the mountaintop, Phu or Ringkha Parawata, and Mekong River beneath it. The Mekong River is like Kongkha River, where people bathe in the water to clean themselves.
Harmonious relation between the temple complex and natural landscape exhibits the significance of the ancient Khmer culture of the pre-Angkor era from 7th to 12th centuries. Historians found it an important area to excavate and study about Khmer civilization. Mr. Suban says the Indian archaeologist team is currently on the mission to renovate Wat Phu.
Prasat Hin Wat Phu plays an important role in welcoming domestic and foreign visitors. It is the study area for people can carry on what they have learned to the younger generations.
Today, worshippers travel great distance to Wat Phu to attend Makha Pusha Festival, the second most important festival in Laos after Prathat Luang Festival. As locals and visitors understand the historical links among nature, culture, and people, they will surely take part in protecting the world heritage for future generations to enjoy. Camera work by Pornmongkol Suthi and Pimchanok Ratanapised, NBT World, Champasak, Laos.
And that's all we have for you in this edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook by typing in NNT, and check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. Today we say goodbye with footage of the Heritage Transport Museum in India. For Newsline, I'm Sandra Hanutsaha. Have a great day. Swatika.